we are in an epidemic, a big epidemic. An epidemic that some of you might have noticed or came across yourself or potentially been a victim of, which is probably why you're here. Nobody is over their ex. Literally nobody. And I feel like this generation has a very big issue with attachment and things of that nature. So this is my guide, Kai's guide on how to get over that ex. This is coming from somebody who left a on and off 3-year relationship. This is what I did, and this would help you. Advice that might help you, honestly. I'm just gonna be ranting a lot in this video and just trying to give everybody tips and just advice. So to start like this off, it took me like 8 months to get over my ex. It takes a very long time that people like to like admit. That it takes a very long time, unfortunately. I feel like people like demonize people who take long times to get over their exes. I think it's like a really dumb concept. But first I'm gonna define what getting over somebody is. Getting over somebody is not forgetting all of your memories of them. It's like, that's not what it is. People kind of mistake that for getting over somebody a lot, and that's what they try to do, and that's not possible. Everybody is an experience and everybody is a lesson learned, and forgetting that, it's just not doing you any good. So the first step to really getting over any situation is to let yourself sit in the emotion. Let yourself feel it and let yourself go through the sadness. Listen to that sad music, listen to that new fuck-ass Steve Lacy album. Just live in it. And I'd say live in it for like a week or two. Like, you don't have to just ignore your feelings or distract yourself by constantly going out with friends or even dating somebody else. That's not gonna work. Honestly, that's just gonna lead the healing process to take way longer, and it's just gonna, like, by the 8th month mark, you're gonna be like, dang, I think I missed them, and then it's gonna start to hit you. So just, you have to process it as it comes, you know what I mean? And it did take a while for me to finally like stop feeling sad about the situation, because me and my ex had a pretty messy breakup, and I felt it a lot more than he did, and which is unfortunate, you know, but at the end of the day, my ability to feel and your ability to feel makes you a better person. It makes you a stronger person. It makes it like, I decided to take my time and sit down and reflect on what the things I've done, which leads to something else. Reflect on what you did wrong. You're not always, I'm not saying this for all situations, but you are not always the victim, and they're not always the villain, you know what I mean? Because sometimes the breakup might even be your fault. Like, sorry y'all, my phone literally died. But what I was saying is that in my relationship personally, me and my ex both were very much in the wrong. I feel like it wasn't just like a one-size-fits-all situation, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's what goes for most situations. Like, people like to sit in this sense of victimhood as if they were the only one just like wronged, and that's like not good. That's not gonna help you heal, literally, like, at all. You have to really go over the process and like accept what you did wrong and grow from it. Getting over something is growing from something. Ooh, bars. But anyway, first up, what I would say, sit in sadness, analyze what you did wrong, analyze what they did wrong, grow from it. That's good. And another tip what I would say is that don't be that one ex that's just constantly shit talking your ex. Like, that's so lame to me. And that, like, the more someone shit talks their ex, the more they aren't over them. And I have personally been a victim of, well, I've been a perpetrator of that, actually. Because while I was freaking making fun of him and saying all this mean stuff about him, I was crying over him. So it just, like, it makes really no sense, honestly. And constantly having somebody on your mind, like, that's not gonna help you get over them, like, at all. So stop bad-mouthing them to your friends. Don't make him a sticker in your group chat. Delete that sticker. Tell your friends yourself about him. Like, just don't. But also, another thing that I would say that helps you move on is to talk about what happened. Like, open up to people. If people ask, are you okay? How you feel? Be honest. Like, say, hey, I'm not doing too good. You know, like, just be honest with yourself. Be honest with the people around you. Don't just bottle it up inside, because if you bottle it up, 8 months later, it's going to hit you like a truck, and you're going to be like, dang, I really miss my ex, and they're already in a whole new relationship because they decided to heal. You know what I mean? So, just heal. Like, just process it, honestly, and talk about it. Don't ignore it if you try to ignore it. Don't do that. Something else that I would say is that you kind of have to accept that, like, this is very hard. This is harder said than done, but you have to accept the fact that, like, it's over. Like, especially if it was an on and off situation. Like, I think the hardest thing for me about my breakup was kind of just accepting that it's truly over. Like, there's no doubling back. He's not gonna text me. He's not gonna apologize. And he's just, like, he's not. And it is what it is. You have to accept it. Which, again, is harder said than done, but you have to stop imagining and having all these fake scenarios of what it would be like if he was a better person or if you were a better person at the time, and like all that stuff. You have to just like stop thinking about it. Like, after a certain period of time, constantly dwelling on it is not healthy. Like, at first it is healthy to examine what you did wrong and what could have like been done better and wish that it was better, but at a certain point in time you have to just stop. Honestly, it's not good for you. Another thing that I would say that a lot of people don't actually like recommend doing is I recommend like not engaging with social media, but I recommend looking at what they post. Because one thing that really helped me get over my ex was kind of realize like he's moved on. Like, he's not living his life in sadness. He's going out. He's like having fun with his friends. He's like doing stuff, and it's not fair to me to be sit up here cooped up inside and feel guilty about things that I did, and he doesn't give a fuck. Like, you have to forgive yourself. Like, that's another big thing. You just have to forgive yourself. Like, you cannot dwell on what you did forever. Like, as somebody who was one of the biggest problems in my relationship, you have to just grow and accept the fact that, like, you're not a bad person, you're just human, and it is what it is. So, yeah, I would say that. And I feel like why I say engaging with their social media is good is, like, I felt kind of bitter that my ex, like, wasn't sad over me, and that kind of gave me a reality check. That was like, hey, I'm sitting here, I was going out, and I did do stuff over the summer, and I was living my life, I was turning the fuck up, but, like, I was still sad, and he wasn't, and that made me open my eyes and be like, he really don't give a fuck. And if he doesn't give a fuck after all this time, why should I give a fuck? And I don't mean to say that, like, I'm not saying to hold yourself to the same standards as your ex holds, like, themselves or whatever, because processing your emotions and sitting in it is a good thing, but this was like month 6. Another thing that really did help with me to like get over my ex was to stop engaging in content that, like, you know, they like my ex really liked this anime called Beastars, right? And I also like the anime, you know, I watched it, I sat down and watched it, but I noticed like watching that stuff reminded me so much of him, and it just like made me more sad. Like, it made me dwell on it even more, and it was like, man, we couldn't be watching this together. But it's just like, it made me feel very terrible. So I do think that if your ex is a very big, like, a fan of this specific thing, just don't interact with it. Like, I'm pretty sure my ex doesn't like to interact with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure stuff and Mortal Kombat stuff. Like, fuck no. So just don't do that. It helps the process so much. And yeah, another thing is, I'm gonna make a separate video on this and how I forgave my ex, but like, holding something against somebody for like so long, that's not like getting over a situation. Is letting go of it all, letting go of the emotions, letting go of the energy, and being mad at somebody just for so long, it really does like take a toll on you, and it really does, like, it does not help. Like, getting over somebody is truly like letting stuff go. So you have to learn to forgive your ex, which I will make a separate video on because that is such a complex topic within itself, but just look forward to that video and stuff. But yeah, another thing that I did that really helped me kind of like move on with the situation was like, I unadded all of his friends on social media that would post him all the time. Like, that is petty or whatever, but, or you could just mute their posts, but I just feel like seeing him constantly on my feed was just like irritating as fuck. Like, it really just made me more mad at him. The fact that he was like living his life after he kind of like temporarily ruined mine, and it just like irritated me so much. And I feel like in order to let go, I feel like you have to just like let go of that and just forget about it. Like let go. I feel like you just have to like stop engaging with him or it in general or them in general. Yeah, stop engaging with sad stuff on social media. Literally stop. That is the worst way to like handle a situation is to engage with sad stuff constantly. You cannot be in a constant state of sadness. Okay, for the first 2 weeks is fine, but you cannot be at month freaking 8 and crying all the time. You literally cannot. Oh my gosh, my camera's like irritating me. Oh my gosh, my camera's so low. Also, another thing that I like would not do is talk to people when you're not over your ex. I feel like that's a given. Like, you cannot use somebody to move on. Like, yeah, it'll distract you, but like, it's just not. Like, this guy tried to talk to me. I fucking hate you if you're watching this, but he like literally was talking to me, and I wasn't really taking him seriously, honestly. I really wasn't. But he was telling me, he was like, yeah, I'm not over my ex, blah blah, and I'm just like, dude, get the fuck out of here. And something that I will say is that, like, I look freaking crazy, guys, I'm sorry, but something that I will say is, don't be ashamed of taking a long time to get over your ex. If it helps, my ex got over me in 2 weeks, less than a week actually, and it took me like, hold on, let me think. I got over him, I think, last month, actually. Like, it took me a while. Like, I'm not saying I was sad over him until then. Like, I wasn't like crying over him for all those months, but I was kind of like hoping that we still would get together, be together. And it took, that was like, we broke up in like December or November, I don't remember. I think it was December. And we broke up in December. So that's a long time. It's like 8 months. Just because your ex like left you or whatever, it doesn't make you any less of a person. Like, you are still beautiful, you are still loved, you are still all the qualities that you are, with or without them. Like, you cannot let somebody determine your own self-worth because it will just make you want to run back to them for validation. You have to come to terms with yourself and the situation at hand. I look literally crazy talking about this. I'm so sorry. Let me try to find something to wipe this off. And when I brought up earlier that, like, getting over your ex is not forgetting, like, all the memories of them or whatever, that's, like, so true. Like, you have to treat it like kind of a life lesson, you know what I mean? Like, everything is a lesson, and you should learn and grow from it. You shouldn't, like, just forget about it or whatever. And one thing I will say, how your ex handles the breakup has nothing to do with you. Literally at all. Like, you can be the most beautiful, smart person in the world, and your ex will literally, like, fuck somebody else the week after y'all broke up. Like, you meant nothing. It doesn't mean you do mean nothing. It's just the fact that, like, your ex is childish. Like, I think the most hurtful thing that, like, I've ever, like, sort of gone through in my breakup was my ex telling me verbatim that he forgot all of our memories and that he does not think about me at all. And that hurt me so much because I was like, I asked him, I was like, do you ever, like, get reminded of me? Like, does nothing remind you of me? And he was like, no. And I was like, ooh, shit. Like, that really did hurt me. And I feel like now it doesn't, because I've kind of had to come to the terms with the fact that, like, the fact that he hasn't sat down and been like, oh, this is what I did wrong, this is what she did wrong, is a reflection of him and not me. Like, and also, like, and it's okay to be sad after, like randomly, it's okay to be sad, it's okay to cry over them, it's okay to feel that pain. Like, losing somebody is, like, the worst thing that you can do. Like, it literally does suck. Like, I think that the worst feeling I've ever felt was, like, grief over somebody that I could literally, like, see in person the next day. Like, it literally does suck. It truly did. But, like, it's just a beautiful thing about moving on. It's just, like, and don't be ashamed of taking a long time to get over somebody, like, at all. Like, I think I felt very ashamed the fact that it took me, like, so long to get over him, and it took him, like, 2 days. Like, I feel like that just shows of who you are as a person. Like, the fact that, like, connections can mean so much to you, that's beautiful. It's beautiful that you can feel so much as a person, and just, like, despite what you went through, you can still feel that, and that's beautiful. It's honestly beautiful. And like, so this is the finished makeup, but what I was saying, to summarize that, is you have to, like, sit in your emotions to get over somebody. Like, you really have to. You can't just, like, move on like that. Don't replace them with somebody else. That's not gonna help you at all. Process, forgive yourself, process your emotions. Yeah.